Hey guys, welcome to the documentation of Gizmo Creator. In this video, I will show you how to use the add-on entirely to let you create anything with gizmos. So as you can see, I have some gizmos here, but first, what is a gizmo? A gizmo is this is a circle, and in this circle, I can add 20 operations. You will have the click actions here. In the click action, you will have click, shift click, control shift click. Same for the drag action, drag up, drag down, drag left, and drag right. And as you can see, I have the drag up, drag up, control shift drag up, okay? So 20 operations per gizmo. You can use anything you want. You can use a property from Blender or another add-on. You can use operators from Blender or some other add-ons. You can customize the gizmos. You can create modal operator from any property or any property from another add-on. For example, this is for the max sample here. As you can see, I have the max sample. I can click and I can, if I want, enter the property, or I can change the value directly like that, okay? You can also use the drags, and with the drags you can change the value directly here. And as you can see, I have the text that will show the property like that. And with the text, you can use different types of text like that will just show some text, some that will show properties, some that will show other properties like the screw here. So for the screw, as you can see, I made this. I can edit everything on the screw. And like I said, we have 20 operations per gizmo. So if we check, I added some possibilities on some gizmos. And as you can see here, the description, this one is made automatically. You don't have to create it from scratch. When you will, for example, let's select the first one, max sample, add an action to the max sample, just have to enter what you want for the description here. As you can see, viewport max sample, and you will have it directly on the action as you can see. Okay, so for the add-on, I made it as simple as possible. I tried to help you. I added some presets. For example, let's add an animation preset. This one is the animation preset. I can edit if I want. It will help me to make animation. As you can see, I activated auto key, disabled it. Let's add a key for this one. So if we check now, I have a key. I can remove the key, etc., etc. So you have the possibility to do absolutely everything you want. Let's get rid of this one. Hop. And I will go back to this one. So like I said, yes, you can create anything. You can take properties from Blender, from add-ons, make your own version of the tool you want to use. Because sometimes you will have a tool you like in one add-on, something you like in Blender, something in another add-on. So with Gizmo Creator, you can take everything, create your gizmo, place it where you want, make it visible only when you want with conditions, etc., etc. And like that, you create your own workflow. Okay? So what I did was to help you, like I said, to create presets for the preset. You can share the presets, you can load the preset, you can share a preset with a friend. You will need to have Gizmo Creator to read the presets, so please buy the add-on to read the presets. Help me to live, tout simple. Okay, and you will have the same thing for the gizmos. So here you will have some presets I added for the gizmos, as you can see. This is pretty simple. You just have to, for example, let's add a primitive, and let's add a monkey, and boom, I will have my monkey here. If I click, I have my monkey. Okay, I can get rid of this one, and I can add something different. Let's see, toggle the X-ray. If I click, it will toggle the X-ray. Okay, so those are examples. You can have the ones from the add-on, the ones you will create yourself. Obviously, this is the same because I created mine, and after that, I added them to the add-on. And you can also share the simple gizmos here. Okay, so as you can see, you can create different type of gizmo. This one is nice. This is for the annotation. So if I click, I will launch the annotation. Okay. If I drag left, I will launch the eraser. Drag down this one. Drag right, that will be the line. Okay. I can press Ctrl Shift hopla, my bad, to call the menu. Let's add another one with a different color, and boom, I will have this. Let's do that. Okay. So as you can see, for any type of workflow you want to use, you can create a gizmo that will fit exactly what you want. And for that, what I did was to help you as much as possible. When you will want to create an operator, you will have the search operator. You can search for the examples here, or you can search for the blenders. So just search, for example, annotation, and you will have anything from Blender with annotation. You can also search for the example like that, okay? And as you can see, I added some parts like that, and I will update all of this over the years, okay? So same for the properties. If you want to use the properties, you will have some properties here. Same for the menus. You will have some menus. Let's go back here. Same for the conditions. And if you put your mouse on each part, you will be able to have some information about how to use the add-on. So if I click here, I will have some conditions I will use to, for example, launch this operator. Okay, so this is like that. You will have the help here, you will have the video, this video, etc, etc. I tried to make it as simple as possible for beginners to create whatever you want. So let's get rid of all of this and change the tool. Okay, so let's dive into this tutorial, and I hope you will like the add-on. Let's see how to install the add-on. Go to the edit menu, choose Preferences. In the Preferences, go to the Add-ons tab, click on this little arrow and choose Install from disk. At this point, select the zip file, click OK. It will install the add-on and you will have it here. So if I click on this arrow, I will have the information about the add-on. Okay, so let's edit this like that. So you will have several tabs: Info, Options, Documentation, and Links. Okay. In the Info tab, you will be able to check for updates. You need to activate the Allow Online Access in the System Network here, and you will have this. You can also click here to check if there is an update. You will be able to buy the add-on. On Gumroad, I will add the other part, ArtStation, Flip Normal, and SuperHive. After that, you will have the support for Discord for customers and some informations. After that, you will have some informations about the add-on, and the key feature and some limitations. For example, the add-on works perfectly in one 3D view, but if you have more than one 3D view, you will have the gizmos on every view. So it's better to work on one view. You will be also able to activate some options. Those two are to copy the path of the properties and operators. In the options, you will be able to change the panel category. As you can see right now, this is in Gizmo Creator. If in the 3D view you press N, you will have Gizmo Creator here. So if you change that, that will be somewhere else. You will have the show help in the UI here, as you can see, if I disable it, like that. If you click on it, you will have some informations about the add-on and how to use it. When you will create presets, you will have the help per section, like that, as you can see. Let's get rid of this one. You will have this default group setting. When you will create a gizmo, you will be able to set the position, the color, the line width, etc, etc. Same, you will be able to edit the modal text setting. When you will make a modal from any property, you will have a text in the 3D view and you will be able to edit it. And if you don't want to see the text, you can hide it. And you will have some preset settings. So, just to show you this, when you will create a preset, you will be able to, for example, save it or load it. And if, for example, I set a preset path for my personal gizmos, when I will load it, I will go directly to this path. Okay, same when I will save it, that will give me these results. Same here, when you will click, you will have the users and you will have the users presets, okay? So this one is for the gizmos, so with this one you will be able to save your custom gizmos. One for the preset that will contain the groups and the gizmos, and one for the gizmos only. After that, documentation, video documentation, this video, introduction, etc., etc., and then some links. If you need to update the add-on, you just have to uninstall it, restart Blender, and install the new version. Let's see the preset part. So when you have no preset, you will have this preset 0. You will have the help for the add-on, how to use the add-on. Step 1, create or load a preset. Step 2, configure the gizmo. Step 3, add actions to gizmo. And step 4, save the gizmos. You will have the help for the preset, okay? And you will have those 3 buttons. No preset created, create preset, load preset, and this one is preset from within the add-on or from the user folder, okay? To use this user folder, you need, in the add-on preferences, to set the path of this user folder here. User preset folder, group and gizmos, okay? If I get rid of this one, like that, I will press enter, and if I click, bam, as you can see, I need to set the path to my computer, like that, and after that, if I go back, I will have my presets. So each time you will save a preset into the user folder, it will be listed here automatically. You don't have anything to do, that will be listed here, okay? You will also have the add-on preset, so let's first remove this. Add-on preset, you will have some presets from within the add-on, so if I click here, I will have the animation preset. I can move it, I can edit it. As you can see, I have some gizmos here. I can hide it, I can activate some gizmos. As you can see, this one is for the auto key, like that. Okay, so you can add those presets, and I will add more presets over the years. Okay, so after that, you can create new preset. Let's see, I have now a new preset. You can remove presets, so let's get rid of this one, like that. Okay, you can, for example, load a preset. So if you set the path in the preferences, when you will load the preset, you will directly go to this folder. For example, I will load the SpeedFlow preset, and I will have my preset for SpeedFlow. If I click, bam, I will be able to call SpeedFlow from within this preset and do that, okay? I can get rid of this and exit. So like that, with Gizmo Creator, you can create gizmos that will call anything from Blender or add-ons, okay? So this one is for SpeedFlow. You can share your presets. For example, this is a JSON file. I can just send it to someone else, and for example, all the SpeedFlow customers, and they will be able to use it if they have Gizmo Creator. Okay, because there is nothing in Blender to read a preset. Okay, I made the add-on, I made a lot of things that are not possible from scratch with the gizmos, and you need a Gizmo Creator to read those presets. So please, if you share a preset, tell the people to buy the add-on to support my work. Okay, so let's continue. So you can add a new preset, you can remove a preset, you can duplicate a preset. So I duplicated this here, and if I select this one, as you can see, now I have 2 different presets. On this one, I can disable the ones I don't want and activate some other gizmos, as you can see here. Okay, so I can also get rid of this one. If, let's see, you edited the preset, you can overwrite it, or you can reload it. So when you will reload it, that will reload it from the saved preset. Okay. So this is as simple as that. You can lock a preset like that. You will not be able to edit it. On this one I can, as you can see. On this one I cannot because it has been locked. If I unlocked, and that will give me this result. Okay. We saw the duplicate, we saw everything. Yes, you can have now this when you have a preset. That means you will hide the gizmos from Gizmo Creator here. Okay, This button is to save the preferences, because if you want, when you restart Blender, to have your presets, you need to save the preferences. So I added it, and I added information about this. So be careful about the settings into your preferences. If you edited something, be sure when you save this, everything is okay. Okay. After that, you will have this hair. So this one will hide the gizmos. As you can see, I will put my mouse on it. So let's move the mouse. You will be able to perform several operations. Click, toggle the preset. Shift click, load the preset. So I will shift click, bam, that will open this. Let's continue. Control click, open the gizmo panel. For example, if I'm here, I will do that, bam, it will open it. If I go to the SDRef tab, let's hide it, and I press Control, bam, it will directly go to Gizmo Creator. So this is a nice feature. And if I press Control Shift and click, bam, I will create a new preset directly like that. After that, you will have this, you will be able to switch between different presets. Okay? An interesting thing is that this one is a menu from the add-on. I can create a gizmo that will call this menu. So this is pretty fun. Just to show you this, because I think it's fun, let's check the name. GC empty preset menu. On this one, I will choose a menu, for example. Let's enter menu here. I will click on this, okay. I will choose, on the click, I will choose menu. And it was, to be sure, GC empty preset menu. So let's enter GC underscore empty preset menu. Bam! And if I click, bam! I have my presets. I can switch the different presets like that. So this was just to show you that, in fact, with the add-on, you can use anything from any property from Blender, from add-ons, and like that I can make something to switch the presets from this menu that is from Gizmo Creator. So that's it for the presets. Let's see the group part. So let's first create a preset. As you can see, the preset has not been saved, so I cannot overwrite or reload. So this is nice. So I have a group. I have inside this group gizmos. So on this group, as you can see, I have one group. If I click, I will have two groups. If on this group I hide, for example, this group here, I will have one and two groups that are visible. Okay, if I add two, I hide those both, I will have 0/2. Okay, so let's get rid of this one. We have our groups here. Okay, we have the name of our group, the visibility of our group, and the position of our group. This one is at the right of the 3D view. Okay, in the settings, you can switch the position to left, here, to top, here, and to bottom, here. So when you create your gizmos, place them on the correct position, so like that when you will edit the view. For example, if I do that, that will give me this result, this is good. If I go to the left, if I do that, that will give me this. If I go to the right, that will give me that. The gizmo will follow the side of the view, okay? So take this into account. And this one will show you the position. So just to show you, hop, top, like that. Let's see bottom, up, like that, and left, like that, okay? Let's continue the name. You can rename it here, so let's name it cube, or maybe primitives if I want to create some primitives. So let's make it primitives. Primitives. Okay. And the color. So let's place it to the right here, and let's scale it like that. The color, you just have to click, change this, and do that. Bam, I have my color here. You will have the color highlight. You can do that, drop the color, and let's make it brighter. So like that, when you move your mouse on it, you will have this. You can change, for example, the hue, and that will give you this result, okay? So you can set up the gizmos as you want. Before playing with this, in fact, let's check this part. So you will have the name, primitive, and you will have the description. So for example, if you create a gizmo, a group of gizmo, and you share it with your friend, and you want to tell them what this group is for, you can add the description here. As you can see, I added some possibilities. If you want one line, you just have to enter one line. So for example, group to, my bad, create a primitive, like that, and I have this, okay? This is not visible on the gizmo. This is the description for the gizmo is on this part here. Here, description. In fact, up. I need to select it, top description. So, the interesting part on this one is that if you do that, underscore n, and this add cube with, for example, segments, etc., etc., or grid part, etc., bam, you will have this. So by adding this one, underscore n, you will add a new line, okay? So you can make this pretty long, it's up to you, or just something like that. Maybe I should add the possibility to collapse this, because maybe it can be pretty big. We will see this later. And if you remove the underscore n, you will only have this. Okay, so after that, you will have this condition visibility. So what does that mean? So the gizmo can be visible only if a condition is true. For example, if I go in edit mode, I will be able to see my gizmo. So you will have, as you can see, some information here. You can click here if you want some example. Mode condition, edit mode, and that will set the condition here, context object, so the object, and context object mode, the mode of the object, edit. As you can see, I cannot see my gizmo because I'm in object mode. If I go in edit mode, so let's go in vertex for example, bam, I will now see my gizmo, okay? If I want, I can edit this to use, for example, I can click here, that can be faster, the object mode, bam, and if I go now in edit mode, I will not see my gizmo. So with this, you can show the gizmo only when you want. For example, you are in animation, you are in pose mode, you can create a gizmo that will be visible only in pose mode, okay? You can also get rid of this one, and like that, the gizmo will be visible all the time. Same, you can change the color condition. For example, if, let's see, once again, I will use the edit mode, I will change the color of the gizmos, okay? If I change it to something green, if I go in edit mode, I will have it green, like that. So I can obviously change the color, so maybe make something like that. In edit mode, if I go in object mode, I will have the basic color of the gizmo. If you remove this, again, if you go in edit mode, you will have nothing, okay? So those texts are not, are just helpers to show you what you can do, and if you put your mouse on each part of the add-on, you will have some informations about what you can do with all of that, okay? Let's continue the color, position, and layout setting. So the color, we saw this is this color, the highlight, this is this, and you will have the line width. So if you activate it, you will have this result, okay? That will give you a width, a line, as you can see, a contour to be exact, with a width. If I increase it, I will have this result. If I decrease it, let's see, to 1, I will have that result, okay? After that, you will have the backdrop fill alpha. So let's enter 0.5. That will give you this result. So let's increase this to show you, hop, like that. To 1, that will give you this result too. Even with, let's see, 1, yes, no, with 1 you don't see anything, okay? And if you decrease the value, you can enter 0, up, like that, and you will just have that, okay? So with this, you can set the group of your gizmos with the colors you want, with the backdrop you want, if you don't want this, if you want it, etc., etc. Okay, let's keep it like that. You will have the position, right? And you will have the X and Y position. So this is where you move it. For example, if I edit this, it will edit the position, okay? So you can move this with this, this is faster. The scale, so if I edit the scale, as you can see, it will change the scale of the gizmo. This is the same as pressing Shift and move vertically. As you can see, it will change the scale and also update automatically the line spacing. So this is this one, as you can see, okay? So you will have gizmos per line. Just to show you this, let's come here. Let's add some gizmos, up, like that, okay? And as you can see, I added several gizmos. I will have 10 per line, and if I decrease the value, as you can see, I can make something like that. You can obviously hide the move gizmo, so like that you only see the gizmos and not the move gizmo. But with this, you cannot move the gizmos, okay? So take this into account. You can also press Shift and make something like that. As you can see, that will change the orientation of the gizmos. Okay, so in fact I did not add this here. Maybe I should add it here for the position. But just like that, I will click Shift, that will give us this result. Okay, you will have this circle mode. So if I activate this circle mode, I will have this kind of result for my gizmos. Okay, so this is also something interesting. You can also edit this if you want to make something like that. You can hide this one if you want also, like that. Okay, so I activated the circle mode. I have the radius. I have the gizmo per line. I can add more line. In fact, I need to add more gizmos just to show you. Up, let's remove this one. And if, let's see, I do that, that will give me something like that. Okay, so this is just an example, but let's add, let's see, more gizmos, up. I have to, here, and you will have this one to edit them. So you can make this kind of gizmos. I can hide everything just like that, as you can see. And don't forget, you have 20 operations per gizmo. So with only a few gizmos, you can rule Blender as you want, and the add-ons also. Okay? So let's get rid of all of that. I added a confirmation because there is no undo on this part. So if you don't want to lose everything, be sure when you delete them. Okay? So you will also have the uncircle. For this one, what I will do will be to add some icons for the gizmos. So like that, up, let's use this one, and let's see this one. Okay, so I added some icons, and I can click on circle. So this gizmo, the move gizmo, will be on the circle, and I can, for example, place something else at the center. So I can create another gizmo at the center. So I will still have this one, or not if I don't want, and I will have this, my big gizmo and the other ones. And an interesting thing, I will show you this later, but you can change the scale of this gizmo to make it bigger like that. Okay, if I add more gizmos, that will give us this kind of result. Let's show this one, bam, and let's hide it, and that will give us this. So this is interesting for the groups, and you can do whatever you want when you will create gizmos. Also, don't forget, all of this is in the preferences, in the default group settings, here. And this one is for the default. It's not to edit the current one, it's for when you will create gizmos. For example, you can choose the color, you can choose the highlight, the line, the circle mode, etc., etc. You cannot choose the gizmos because they don't exist So if they don't exist, you can add them. Okay. So take this into account if you want to set the gizmos all the time with this line and with the opacity you want. So for example, I can decrease this to make this, and if I want, I set it, and when I will create one, that will have exactly the design I want to have. Okay, I want it to have. So that's it for the groups. No, I forgot something. If you have several presets, so let's create a preset. Okay, this one is this. If I select this one, I can copy this preset. In fact, I can duplicate the group here. I can move up, move down, and I can copy this one to this second preset. I will click on OK, and if I click here, I have my two presets. Okay, so to show you, let's select this one. Let's show it. Like move it here, and if I select the first preset, as you can see, it's there, and this one is there. Okay, so you can copy groups to another preset. You can also copy gizmos with this to another groups. Okay, so take this into account too. Let's get rid of this preset. Let's select the preset, and that's it. We created a preset. We created a group, and we edited the group as we wanted. Let's see the gizmos. As you can see, I have only one gizmo. This one doesn't count. So if I add two, I will have two gizmos. Same as the group. If I add one, I will see that I have some gizmos that are hidden. Okay? Let's get rid of this one. So you will have the help for the group of gizmos here with the information about the buttons, what you can do, what you can edit, etc., etc. Okay? So you will have the list here. You will have the move gizmo. You will have the gizmo one. Into this list, you will have this button. This is to change the color of the simple gizmo here. Let's change the size of this one. If I add another gizmo, as you can see, I will have the color. So this is the group color, so you cannot edit it here. You need to go into the group and edit the color of the group. You will have this here. So this one is to load some gizmos I made, and you can make your own if you want. And like that, for example, if I choose the annotate tool, I will have this, and if I click, bam, I will have the annotate tool. Okay, so let's get rid of this, and let's change to this. Okay, so you can add different gizmos. For example, I want, for example, the open recent menu. So I will click and I will have the recent file I had previously. You can, for example, let's see, primitives. Let's add the cone one, and this one will create a cone like that. On some gizmos, I added several possibilities, 32 vertices, 16 and 8, etc., etc. Same, and you can add, you can search, in fact. If I enter cube, I will see what I have. Let's see if I enter torus, like that, shading, up, like that, shading flat, smooth, shadows, etc., etc. Okay, so you will have the search that will help you. Like I said previously, you will have the user folder in the add-on preferences, the preset settings. You will have the folder for the gizmo you will save. If, let's see, I want to save a gizmo, let's save this one. I will save it here, and I will be able to choose between the category, or I will be able to create a new category, add a name like that, and click OK. It will directly save the gizmo into this category, into this folder, because this is the folder, and you will have this one here listed here. Okay, so in fact those two are the same because I created them from my user settings. And as you can see on this one, I have the text example. So let's choose the location, multi-location, this one. I need to select my object. And that's it, I created this one. And as you can see, when you create a gizmo, it will be placed just after the one you selected. Okay, so this part to save, this part to load the different gizmos, and same, you can share the gizmo with your friend. just go into the folder, send the gizmo because this is also a JSON file and you can share them, okay? So like I said previously, when you create a gizmo, it will be placed after the selection, and you will be able to move the gizmo as you want here, okay? And I added shift here to move to the top, shift to move to the last, okay? You will have this one is a spacer, so let's select this one, let's add a spacer, and it will add a space between the gizmos here, okay? So like that, you will have some holes here if you need them, so it's up to you. If you want, you can get rid of this spacer too. You can duplicate a gizmo, and if you have more than one group, you will have this button to copy the selected gizmo. For example, let's select this one. Let's use this one, copy it to the other group, and I will have it on my other group here. Okay, so as you can see, this is nice. So let's get rid of the group 2. I have my gizmo group here. I can also, in fact, get rid of this group and create a new one to have something clean. Up, like that. Let's continue. I have the options for the gizmos here. So in fact, this part is not small, this is a pretty big part. So let's hide this. I will have the name. I will have, after that, the description. So as you can see right now, I have no description. So I will add, for example, add a cube into the scene, like that. And if I place my mouse on it, bam, add cube into the scene. Okay, you will have the bottom description, and same as you can see, you have the underscore n. So if you want to add some information, cube, let's see, underscore n, primitive, like that, underscore n, let's make it 4, like that. Bam, press enter, and I will have the information. I forgot to add the n. Hop, just add n here. Press enter, and I will have this cube primitive 4x4. Okay, so this is as simple as that. If you don't want any description on the gizmos, you will just click here and you will have this. Sadly, I cannot hide this. I have to keep, in fact, this is something I cannot hide. I added to add no description. If not, I will have something, a small square with the color here, with nothing. So I added no description. So if you add the description, you will have this. And also take into account that when you will add some actions in the click and drag, etc., everything will be updated automatically. You don't have to add anything except for this part. Let's get rid of this one to have this, okay? After that, let's continue. You will have the visibility condition. This is the same as the groups. For example, if I go in edit mode, so let's use the recent one, edit mode here, I will see my gizmo, okay? Let's create a new, in fact, let's add a primitive. Up, let's use a cylinder. Like that. As you can see, I don't see my cube, so let's name it cube. I don't see my cube, but if I go in edit mode, bam, now I see my cube. Okay, so you have the possibility to set the visibility of the group and to set the visibility per gizmo. So from a condition. So like I said previously, a condition. If the condition is true, if I'm in edit mode, égal, I will have my gizmo visible. If not, for example, if I don't do anything, I will have my gizmo always visible. Okay? After that, you can customize the gizmos. So for the cube, you can change the color. I will choose this. This is the same as clicking here, in fact. If you open it, you will be able to change the color. So let's change the color, like that. And the highlight color, obviously. So let's add something red, like that. You can add a line width, like that, like we saw previously. You can increase this, you can change this, etc., etc. You can custom the scale for this one. I can make it bigger and smaller. Okay. Maybe I should try to find a way to change the spacing depending on the size. I will see this later. Right now this is as simple as that. If I do that, I will have that. After that, you can choose between the icon from Blender. You can select the icon here, and you can, with a control middle mouse button, change this if you want to check the size of the icons. Oops, my bad. To select the one you want. You can also search into this one, for example, cube, press enter, and you will have the cubes available. So I can select this one. In fact, I should have this one. Yes, it's done. Yes, I needed to update, to place my mouse on this view. Okay, I will try to fix that. And that's it. You can add custom icons. For those ones, you will, for example, open an icon. I will click on custom icon and I will go and search for a custom icon. I will show you this. And that's it. My computer is a mess, so I just show you that. So as you can see, I used a PNG for the icon here. Okay. You can also use a text. So with this part, that can be complicated, but in fact this is nice. Contrarily to the icons, the text will change the size with the gizmos. Okay. For the text, you can enter whatever you want. Let's enter cube, like that. You can change the color of this text, like that. You can change the size, you can change the offset, etc, etc, etc. You can also change the font. So let's go to the font part and let's select, let's see this one. As you can see, I will have a different font. Okay, so let's change it to something like that. Okay, that works. You can use also some emojis or Unicodes, like that. Up. For example, let's add this, or let's use this one. Let's change the size, up, like that. If you want, in fact, in the custom color, if you set the opacity to 0, you will just have this. Same for the highlight. If you don't want anything, you will have that. Okay? So you can add for example, this one. Let's make it to red, and bam! If you scale the gizmo, you will have this. As you can see, this is nice. That will follow the gizmo size. Okay, but that's not all for the emojis. I added, just to show you, I added some emojis here, and the interesting part, as you can see, and you will have 2 websites for emojis. I will add a third one, in fact, to create a font that will allow you to convert a SVG to a font and to have something big like that. I show you this on another video because it's pretty complicated, but it's a possibility to add your own icons like those ones, but that will follow the size of the gizmos, because sadly they don't do that. Okay, so for the text, you can in fact add a text, or you can add something like a property. Okay, so if we check, I have the location of my object here. I will copy the path, copy full data path like that, and let's put it here. And I will have, as you can see, this value. If I edit, that will edit the value. I can change the size, etc, etc. Okay, so as you can see, this is nice. But that's not all. What you can do also, in fact, here I will use a context object to make it work with anything. Context.object. I will press enter. You can add, like we saw previously, just to show you in the user part, text example, object location X. You can add different lines, and with different colors, with different spacing, and with different properties. Okay, so I have location here. So let's select it. It's already selected. As you can see, I will have this. As you can see, this is a long line. Location _ n to create a new line. After that, on this line, I want a size like this, underscore S 180. Underscore X for the spacing. If I make, for example, this, I will have a bigger spacing. Okay, let's go back and enter 2 once again, like that. My bad. After that, I will have X, and I added a color. Up, just to show you, let's make it bigger. I added a color, so you add a parenthesis, I don't know what's the name in English, my bad, X and the color I want. For example, this is red. If I change this to, let's see, 1, as you can see, I will have a different color. Okay, let's keep it in red. Here. After that, I added the property for the location, context object location 0, and I added a color for this this property. If I do that, I will have a different color. Okay, so let's do that. You can, if you want, let's copy this. Up, let's pass it at the end, and for the location, let's enter 1. So you will have the Y. So 1, let's change this to the Y. Up, like that. And bam, I have the Y location here. I can change the color of the Y. So it's here. Let's add this maybe. Up. And let's make it 0 for this one. And let's add 1. I'm on the correct one, yes. 1 for the second one. Bam! So this is just to show you that you can do whatever you want with the text. You can add, for example, one line, another line with a different size. I can change the size of both lines. For example, for the last one, I can change it to, let's see, the same size as the first one. That will give me this result, okay? So in fact, when I enter this value, this is in percent. This is 180% from the first line, okay? In fact, this is with this percent from this one. And obviously you can edit all of this. And since it was based on me, you can put your mouse on it and that will explain you everything with some examples. Okay? So it can be complicated, but it's pretty simple in fact. Just check how it's done and do that and you will have what you want. Be sure the property works alone and after that add it to the line you want and do whatever you want. Same for this, I can hide the opacity up and same for this one, bam, and I will have informations. In fact, this is the same as the SpeedFlow companion to have this. But the line will be really long to do the same. This is possible, but don't do that. This one can show you a lot of things. This is pretty complicated, and in fact, I like this. In fact, I use it a lot. Okay, so this is for the text. Same, we can change the font. And that's it, you can change the color. If I change the color, normally, yes, that will be only on the one that doesn't have a color. All of the other ones have a color. As you can see, I have a color for this one, I have a color for this one, and this one doesn't have a color, so this color will drive the first line. Okay, so that's it for the text and the customized gizmos here. Yes. Let's continue with the action rules. So what those ones are made for. For example, you have a gizmo that is like that. If you go in edit mode, you want to change the icon or the text or make something. For example, I will add an action rule. I will be able to rename my action rule. I will be able to hide it, to disable it, to move it vertically, to order it, and to remove it. Okay. I will add a condition in edit mode, like that. I can change the color of the gizmo in edit mode. Okay. If I go in edit mode, I will have this. Nice. I can also change the icon or text, like that. If I'm on Blender, I will change the icon to this, and if I go in edit mode, I will have this icon, okay? The custom icon doesn't work for the rules. Most of the time it works, but I removed it because sometimes it doesn't. You can change it for a text. If I go in edit mode, I will have this. You can enter edit, like that, and bam, I will have this. And same, obviously, you can use an emoji. So let's use this one. If I go in edit mode, I will have my emoji. You can change the color, and you can, like previously, add a property. Also, for example, the number of vertices of the object if you want. And you can also add a text, different text, color, etc., like we saw previously. Okay? So the condition, the action rules, in fact, are like that. You need a condition to set it. So take into account that the basic operation will be made, and after that, if the condition is true for the action rule, I have one action rule, you will see it. For example, let's add another one. The second one will be for the sculpt mode, like that. This one will be for the edit mode. Okay. I will add a condition, mode condition sculpt, like that. I will change the color to something green, like that. And I will change the icon for the sculpt. Sculpt, like that. Hop, and that's it. So I have my icon here. If I go in edit mode, I will have this because it was a text previously. Let's name it edit, up, like that. If I go in sculpt mode, I will have that. Okay? So I have my icon, the color, etc. So you can change everything as you can see here. Okay? So let's get rid of those ones. And that's it for the action rules. Let's see the actions. So like I said previously, you can add 20 actions per gizmo. Okay? You will have the click actions with click, shift click, control shift click. The drag up, down, left, and right, same with drag up, drag up, control shift drag up. Okay? Same for the other one. You can click here to see the help for this part. Okay, as you can see, this is pretty big, like that. Everything is on the website for the documentation, but you will still have this part here. Okay, so let's see. We want to add an action to the click action here. As you can see, if I click, I will have this. I will have the operator, property, menu, or Python, because I can add an operator, I can add a property, I can add a menu, or a Python file. In the operator, you will type the operator here, you will have the example here, as you can see. Hop, mesh primitive add, etc., etc. You will have the condition. You will create the primitive if the condition is set. For example, if I'm in object mode, I will create my primitive. If not, I will not create my primitive. And the description. Okay, so let's add a cube. Just click. You will have some, for example, this is the search menu. You can search between the search I added myself. As you can see, operators, mesh primitives, the active tools, mesh sculpt, if you want to activate a brush from sculpt, etc., etc. Or you can search within Blender. So here, I will, for example, enter cube, and I will have the primitive add cube. Okay, same here, if I enter cube, I will have the add cube from the search I added. Okay, so just click on the primitive add cube, and it will add it here. Okay, so now, if, let's see, I delete this and I click, first you will have this, as you can see, click, primitive add cube. If I click, bam, I will have my cube. Easy peasy. This is as simple as that. Okay, you can add a description for this one. So let's name it add cube. And if we check, we will have add cube. If you don't add a description, up, you will have the, for example, add cube, primitive cube add from this part, from the primitive. Okay, So for this one, for example, if you want to copy to make something else, I want to add, let's see, a monkey. I will go here, I will right click, and I will click on copy Python command. Here, I will just have to paste it here, like that. This one will be updated, as you can see, primitive monkey add, and let's get rid of this one. If I click, I will have my monkey. Okay, so to have this right click here, to have this, I don't know if you need to activate it, but let's see. In the add-on preferences, I added this part, developer extra and show Python tooltips. Okay, so there are here in interface, developer extra and Python tooltips. Okay, so just like that, you can copy any operator from within Blender. For example, if I want to, for the object mirror, no, maybe apply the location, or let's clear the location, in fact. Clear the location, copy Python command. Let's copy paste it here. Let's move it here. If I click, boom, I will clear the location. Okay? So just like that, you can add operators. You can also show the info tab here. In fact, this is this one, info. And when you will make something, let's see, a torus. You will have this. You can just copy this up here. And when you will click on the operator, you will create your torus. And after that, you will be able to edit the torus. Okay, let's see, yes, let's make it add torus. Let's see, yep, it has been updated. Okay, so this is nice, this is what we want. So let's get rid of this one. You can use operators, you can use properties. For example, I want to activate the overlays, so I will click, as you can see, I will just copy this, Ctrl C. Let's choose toggle because I want to toggle, Ctrl V, press enter, and this one I will make toggle up overlays, like that. I will have my toggle overlays, and if I click, I will like, I forgot something. Remove the last part, my bad. Here. If I click, I will toggle my overlay. Okay, so you activate the setting you want, for example, this one, show wireframe. And for this one, this time I will choose value because I have the eagle and I will have the wireframe. So I will choose value. This one is toggle. I don't need to add the end part. And for the value, I will copy this. And if I'm here, if I click, let's add a cube, in fact, first to show you. Up. If I click, boom, I will go in wireframe. And in fact, I will have to set wireframe like that, and I will have this. I can set this, let's enter wireframe, up, same, bam, and I will have my icon. If I come here, wireframe, easy peasy. Okay, you can, if you want, just to show you, let's use the drag up. Let's just use the drag up. I will use a property. I will make solid, in fact. Up. Same, choose value, copy and paste this solid value. And let's name it set solid. And if I click, I will be in wireframe. And if I drag up, I will be in solid. As you can see, click, drag up. And you can do drag down, shift drag down, drag right, left, drag right, etc., etc. So as you can see, this is as simple as that. You can toggle, you can set true, you can set false, you can add a value. For example, if I want the max sample, let's enter this. Okay, I will set the value at, let's see, this. Okay. If I click, as you can see, this is here. If I click, bam, my bad, it's on drag up. I will have this, okay? So with the drag up, with the value, I set the value I wanted directly like that, okay? After that, you have the modal part. So the modal part is interesting because from any property from Blender or any add-on, you can make a modal. Okay, so let's come back here. I will choose modal. I will remove this one. Okay, I just want this because with the modal we will change the value. Okay, so this is an integer because there is no point 00, etc., etc. So I will choose integer. You can choose float. As you can see, you will have information also here. You can choose integer and you can choose angle. And for this one, I will make a min. I will make a max, something like that, and I will have a speed. Okay. So this is the drag up. So let's copy this to the click just to show you. Up, like that, bam. And in the click, I will have what I had here for the drag up. I can click here to clear these settings from the click, the drag up, in fact, my bad. And that's it. So I have this button. This button will be for the max sample. I can edit this to set max underscore n samples, like that. And for the max, I can set the size to s, let's see, 200, and that will give me this result. Nice. Let's say change the size from this. Let's move it vertically, like that. So this is to show you that this is pretty simple to do whatever you want. And in fact, in this one, let's enter the max sample value, in fact, property. So let's make this underscore n, and I need, in fact, in this one, to add this. Up, 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 like that. Press enter, and I will have this sample. Let's move it like that, and that's it. Okay, so I have my button that will change the sample. This is viewport max sample, port max samples, like that. I will have the text, I will have the operation, I will have the description. Everything is set. I can add a prefix, so let's name it samples. In fact, let's name it max samples. I can add a suffix, and I can just now have to click, and I will have this. Okay, so max sample, this, enter a value, so I can enter to right now this, and as you can see, it has been updated, or I can click and move like that. Okay, and as you can see, it's updated like that here and here. So this is nice. You can set any property with a gizmo like that and set whatever you want. Bam. I can enter, let's see, 20, and I will exit like that, 20. Bam. Okay. So if you want, from this, since this one is set correctly, you can copy this to drag left and drag right. And that means when you will go to drag right, you will edit this, and to drag left, you will decrease it. To drag right, you will increase, and if you go to the left, that will decrease. But just like that, you just have to do this, okay? You can add a min, a max, a speed. So like that, this is slow. Let's increase by 10. And if I change, now this is faster. Up. Let's enter 200 to make it faster. Up, as you can see, this is faster. Maybe I should increase the speed when we are in int, but in fact you can click and enter the value you want and exit. But maybe I will increase the value for this one. So that's it. We created this. We added some drag. We have the value of the property here. We have the descriptions of everything, and it can change the value here, as you can see. So this is nice. So this is for the properties, and same, you can add a condition to edit this one. This one can be visible if you are using cycle, okay? If, for example, you are in render mode, etc., etc. You can make this simple gizmo here, for example, visible, and the group visible in render mode, etc. Okay. So this is not a good example, but you can add also action rules for this one. but it can be, I will show you another gizmo with the action rules. That will be more interesting. So we saw operator, we saw property. Let's see the menu. Why not create a new gizmo like that? Let's name it menu. Up. Oula, menu. Menu. This one max samples, like that. I can, for the max sample, add another color, because why not? This is a possibility. And in fact, on this one, why not use this? Yes, this is nice. For the menu, same, I can customize the menu, I can add a custom color, etc, etc, etc. Let's add an icon for the menu. Let's enter menu, up, and let's use, I like this one, up. As you can see, it will come here. I will try to update the UI to make it work directly. So I have the click action, I have the menu, and I can set a menu. For example, if I want this menu, as you can see, I just have to copy the name gc up gc underscore mt underscore, it was up, my bad, up, it was preset menu. So let's go back, gc underscore mt preset menu, up. And if I click, I will have my menu for my presets. For the add object, this is view 3D empty add. So let's enter view 3D underscore empty and add. Bam. My bad. Yes, add like that. Bam. And if I click, I will have the add menu. Okay. So this is nice. Normally you can, for example, shading, for example, this one is the shading. So this one is usually PT shading, but I don't want to copy. I can just come here and let's enter shading. Up, do I have one? Sidebar shading, bam, I will click. And if I click, bam, I have the sidebar shading. Easy peasy. This is nice. You have the option here. Tools, object, options. You can also search. Let's click here. Let's search for Blender, in fact. Tool, up. Yes, those ones are from Better Pie menu. Active tool primitives, etc., etc. Oh, it can be fun. Let's check if we can. No, I cannot call it right now because it needs some condition. So let's add another one. This one, no, this is not one. This one, snapping. Okay, so view 3D snapping. No, normally I have this one, so let's name it snapping. Oula, my bad. Yes, snapping here. Bam. And if I click, I have my snapping menu on a simple button. I can drag to add one, drag vertically to add another one, to the left another one, shift, etc. So you can add a lot of menus from only one gizmo. Okay? So same, let's name it snapping menu, like that. And same, let's copy this, Control C, up, snapping menu, and boom, I have my snapping menu. Nice. After that, let's create a new one. Let's name it primitives up Python, like that. And let's use a script up, like that. Okay, so I have my icon here. So you will choose Python. You will go and search for the file, the .py file. I will add one. Let's see the action rule for the operations. So I will open and in fact import an array modifier I made just to show you this. Okay. So as you can see, I have my gizmo array modifier. On the gizmo, on the click, I have my operation. This is to show the viewport from the array. I don't have an array, so that's why I have this error message. So this is normal. You will see this. So if I put my mouse on it, as you can see, I have add array modifier and not show viewport. Why? Because I have a condition on the action rule here that will replace the operation here if the condition is true. And right now, the condition is that if I don't have an array modifier, you will create an array modifier, okay? And I will have the description. So right now, I don't have an array modifier, so this condition is true, and so the description will show me add array modifier. If I click, the condition will be false because I will have an array modifier, and that will show me this toggle visibility. So I will click, bam, the text will be removed because I have now the property for the array. And if we check the description, toggle visibility. So now if I click, I will have this. And this one will never come back until I remove this one, and this time it will have add array modifier, okay? So this is a way with action rules to replace the operation from another operation if the condition is true, okay? I will show you another example. So you will have the drag up here. So if I drag up, I will do that, okay? As you can see, I will edit the relative offset displace 0. 0 is the x, just to show you. As you can see, the value will change here, and that will be this one. Just to show you, like that, okay? So, let's continue. I have this one. I set it as I wanted for my model. This is a float, because I have a dot here. I added a min and a max to 0 to not have a minimum and a maximum. If you set to 0 both, you will not have any min max. The step will be 0.01 and the speed will be 20. The precision will be 2. So if I do that, as you can see, 2.19 meter. And if I choose the precision to 3, if I go back, as you can see, it added a 0 here. Okay? So I don't need 3 as a precision, and I will have this. Okay. So you can set the model here. You can add a prefix. You can also add a suffix. If you don't, the add-on will try to use a correct one. I can use, for example, centimeter if I wanted. I will have centimeter here. And I can do the same for the action rules, okay? So for these action rules, I choose replace. You have add and replace. So if my condition for the action rule will be true, I will replace this operation, okay? So on this one, I added use constant offset. So if instead of relative offset, I'm using constant offset, I will use the same settings here, and the same action will edit the other operation, the other property, okay? So, since this condition use constant offset, you can click here, just to show you. Let's activate it. You can just activate it, just copy this, up, and my bad, drag up, my rule, and you can just copy it like that. If you enter this, that should work too. So let's check, up, that works. If, let's see, I change, up, that will work, okay? So I will change this time the relative offset. You can just also use this, but I think it's better to make something like that. It's up to you, try which one works, but normally both works, as you can see right now. So, same, the description will change. As you can see, you have drag up, where is it? Drag up relative offset. And if I change to constant offset, now I should have constant offset, and I have constant offset, okay? So my condition is true because I'm in constant, so the model will edit this, okay? I could also add another role to another, for example, mode if there was one other mode, and I will have it work as I want, okay? So it's up to you to create rules like that to replace an operation if a condition is true, like that, or not true, like I said, I made previously for the click action. Okay, so I hope you can understand this part. It's pretty complicated for beginners to understand condition. If something is true, do this. If not, do that. Okay? So this is as simple as that, in fact. This is complicated, but simple at the same time. Simple for me because I know, but it can be complicated. I had some people ask me what is a condition, so that's why I try to explain it to you in this video. So same, I can press centimeter like that. I can copy this to the drag down, up, like that. So like that, if I drag up and drag down, I will have the same settings. Drag left will be this, drag right, and drag left will be the same. Okay, so this is nice. Once you edited and saved and make your gizmo as you wanted, I can save it. In fact, as you can see, I can choose where I want to save it, and I will, in fact, overwrite it. As you can see, I already have one that exists. I will overwrite it, and now when I will, from this, add it, call it, I will have this version here. Okay, so like that you have something that is nice. And that's it for the action rules for replace, but I will show you now the add. On this one I will make an example from scratch. What I want to do is to add a cube. So on the click action, up, like that, let's hide this. I want to add a cube, primitive add cube, like that. I want to add an action rule. On this action rule, I will choose add, and in fact, instead of replacing the action, it will add this action after this one. Okay, so let's name it add subsurf, like that. And on this one, I will click here, I will choose modifier, and I will add a subsurf. Solidifier, subdivision modifier. Yes, I want to use level 2, like that. Okay, so it will create first a cube, after that it will add a subdivision modifier, and with a level 2. Okay, so let's click. Bam! It works. Okay, but this is not what I want to do. What I want to do is to add this simple mode. So let's click on this one. Okay, I have this subdivision type. Let's copy this. Let's add this, and after that, that. Okay, and I want to copy this part, in fact, to be sure that will work from any modifier. Up, because this one will use the name. I don't want to use the name. I want to, up, let's copy this, up, to make it work on any modifier. Okay, so now, let's get rid of this one. Let's activate the SD wireframe. If I click, I should have my cube, my subdivision modifier, and the mode simple. Boom, that works. I have my subdivision, and I don't see the optimal display because it's on, but as you can see, it works. 1 and 2. Okay, if I do that. I can add this after, and it will work. And in fact, you can take all of this, place it here with just this, just to show you. Let's copy all of this, Control C, up, Control V. This is just to show you. Let's disable the rule, like that it will not work. And if I click, bam, I will have the same result, just in one line. But like that, with the rules, it can be simpler to see what you do and to edit, because it can be complicated to edit something as big as that. Okay, let's get rid of all of this. Let's activate it. I can add another rule. I will choose add, and this one that will be the apply subsurf. So it's really up to you to do whatever you want. And modifier, and I will apply subdivision modifier. So those ones are just an example. You can add one, take one, and make it work with another. You just have to edit the value. As you can see, this is subdivision 1. And I could add this here and use this code here that will also work as we saw previously. Okay, so this is the let's see 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, add cube 4, 4, 4. like that, okay? If I click now, I should have my cube and now modifier. Bam, I have my cube, up, as you can see, and now modifier. So this is a way to make a macro of actions like that. I used operator, but you can add a new rule. On this one, you will choose add a property, you make it true, and you make it, for example, let's use this one, like that. And in fact, I will use the value, not true, like that. Okay? So, or maybe go in edit mode, it's really up to you. So let's come back here. If I click, normally I should have, bam, the result I wanted. Okay? So this is as simple as that. The add will add the operations after everything. One thing you need to take into account is that you will not have the RodoLast on this part, because this is not possible to add the RodoLast to edit those settings. This is a click and that's it. Okay? So that's it for this, and as usual, you will have informations about everything if you put your mouse on it. If you need to have to find something like that, same. You can use AI. You can ask it, give me a code to make this in one line, and it will try to find test and check if it works. And if it works, this is okay, you can continue to use it. So as always, check each part of the code you will have, and after that try it, because if you copy, and after that you launch the operation and this is not what you want, you don't know what is not working, so it's simpler to try to stay simple. Try the basic ones, etc., etc., etc. So yes, use AI for conditions, use AI for operations like that. It's pretty powerful. Ask, I'm on Blender in Python, give me a line to create something to do that, etc. You test it, and if it works, this is okay. So this is as simple as that. You don't have to ask me, because if every people ask me, I will never sleep. Okay? So that's it for the add-on. It can be complicated, but it's also simple. I added a lot of examples for the gizmos. I added example for the presets. I added examples for the operators. For the properties, for the menus, I added example as Python files. I added examples as conditions. So I will add more for each part that I listed over the years, obviously, to make something as simple to use as possible. But like that, this is like that. If I want to add, let's see, a primitive, let's see, a cone, bam, I have my cone. I click, my cone is done. And this one, it has some possibilities. So you can create your own presets, your own gizmos, set them as you want, add them to your user part, for this one or for this one. I want to add this one, this screw angle here. Why not? Let's try. Bam. I will have my screw angle if I have an object that have a screw. So this one use the name. So let's edit the name. Bam. And that's it. As you can see, that will work. So let's get rid of this. Up, up, and bam. That will work. Okay. So I can use up. Let's make the Control 90, bam, bam, bam. Nice. Okay, so I hope you like what you see on this video. Like I said, it can be complicated, but once you are in and you see what you can do with this add-on, this is really powerful. So that's it. See you later on the Discord for customers, and don't hesitate to support my work by buying the add-on. Cheers, and see you next time.